Welcome to Deep Sleep Stories. My name is Matt. I know this podcast is quite new, but some of you have been following along for a while now. As you may have noticed, the narrator has changed a couple of times already in just a few months. The truth is, the podcast has been growing extremely slow, and basically nobody has left us any reviews so far. I'm here as the new voice of the podcast and would love to stick around, but I need your support to do so. Please, if you enjoy our content, it would mean so much to us if you could just leave us a review on whichever podcast platform you use. Now, take a deep breath and let's begin tonight's story.
Welcome to Deep Sleep Stories. Allow yourself to settle in, get comfortable, and exhale any lingering tension from the day. In just a moment, you'll find yourself on a moonlit, rainy night in Vienna, drifting peacefully through quiet streets and warm lamplight. Take a slow, deep breath and let the weight of the world slip from your shoulders. Let your eyelids grow heavy and your mind grow calm. With each soft inhale, you welcome in tranquility. With each gentle exhale, you release any stress. Feel the surface beneath you, supporting you, reassuring you. Let the gentle rhythm of your breath lull you into a softer state of mind, one that is open to the comforting images and sounds of a faraway evening. Soon you'll venture into the story of someone who finds solace in a hushed Vienna night, where the patter of rain on cobblestones becomes a lullaby. For now, let yourself float on the whisper of your own breath, letting thoughts come and go like passing clouds. As you sink deeper into stillness, picture the faint glow of a single street lamp in the distance. You can almost hear the raindrops tapping gently against the window panes, their soothing melody hinting at a slower, quieter world waiting beyond. Notice how your body begins to loosen, how your muscles seem to uncoil with every soft breath. Let any lingering busyness of the day fade into the background. Feel the quiet hush settling around you. In this moment, you are preparing to drift gently, step by step, into a serene storyscape where time softens and hushes, and the heart of the city beats in calm, measured pulses. Let your mind be at ease, your spirit light. When you are ready, you may let your thoughts wander away, carried by the gentle rhythm of the rain, ready to follow the tale now unfolding. On this quiet night in Vienna, a steady rain has been falling for hours, washing the narrow streets and old stone buildings in a glossy shimmer. A subtle glow from antique street lamps silhouettes a lone figure as she makes her way along the cobblestone path. She wears a long, warm coat, buttoned up tight against the cool evening air. In one hand, she carries a small umbrella, a shield against the raindrops that scatter silver beneath the moonlight. The city is hushed by the gentle drizzle. Even the flickering lamps seem softer, as though they too wish not to disturb this hush of nocturnal calm. The faint aroma of damp earth and the lingering scent of freshly baked bread from a nearby bakery mingle in the air, forming a cozy perfume that speaks of comfort and home. Every so often, a carriage rolls by on the glistening streets, the sound of its wheels turning slowly through puddles, creating a measured, rhythmic echo in the stillness. The figure pauses to watch the reflections of lights dancing on the watery pavement. In the hush of night, each ripple on the ground looks like a secret message cast in gold and silver. She almost holds her breath as she moves forward, wanting to preserve the quiet magic. Her footsteps sound soft and measured, tapping lightly on the stones. She finds that with each step, her mind drifts a little deeper into the lull of the evening, thoughts slowing to match the pace of the gentle rain. Somewhere not too far away, the melodic strains of a violin emerge from the open window of a tall pastel building. The music drifts out, carried by the night air, mingling with the tap of droplets on wrought iron balconies and flower boxes. It's a stirring tune, slow and bittersweet, as though celebrating both the rainfall and the moonlit hush. The listener feels a sense of awe at how the city itself seems to sing. Along with this melody, the patter of rain acting as percussion, the breeze as a soft, whispering refrain. She closes her eyes for a moment, letting the gentle interplay of music and rainfall calm her heart. There is no hurry here, no pressing worries. Only the quiet invitation of a city softly sleeping, yet somehow filled with possibility. She ventures onward, umbrella in hand, drawn by the faint glow of a nearby cafe sign flickering against the damp night. The warm yellow light of the sign has a comforting, almost nostalgic quality, reminiscent of old films where city streets glisten with rain. She sees a small cluster of tables under a canopy, protected from the drizzle. A neatly written menu board stands beside the cafe door, listing hot cocoa, tea, and pastries. Through the window, she notices the interior lighting is dim and inviting, tables dressed in crisp linen, a candle flickering at each one. The promise of warmth tempts her to slip inside, if only for a moment, to shake off the chill and indulge in the quiet hush. The cafe door opens with a gentle chime, and the figure steps in, closing her umbrella and giving it a small shake to dispel the droplets. Immediately, the soothing scent of coffee and baking chocolate greets her, wrapping around her like a comforting embrace. Soft classical music floats from a hidden speaker, each gentle note blending seamlessly with the patter of the rain outside. She takes a seat by the window, setting her coat aside. Outside, the rain continues to paint the streets in shimmering reflections, but inside, there's an oasis of warmth and flickering candlelight. The server, wearing a friendly smile, approaches with quiet steps, offering a warm beverage. Without speaking much, the figure orders a pot of chamomile tea, something light and floral to soothe the senses. As she waits, her eyes wander around the cozy interior. The walls are adorned with framed vintage posters, advertising long ago waltz concerts and classical music soirees. Here and there, small vases hold fresh flowers, their subtle fragrance merging with the aroma of baking bread. The conversation in the room is hushed, as if each person here is aware that beyond these walls lies a city lulled by rainfall and moonlight. Even the clinking of cups on saucers has a gentle ring, more delicate than daytime chatter. When the tea arrives, it's served in a porcelain teapot with intricate blue designs. The figure pours a cup, wrapping her hands around it to draw in as much warmth as possible. The steam rises in lazy spirals, a small dance of comfort that beckons her to take the first soothing sip. Outside, a gust of wind sends the raindrops slanting across the panes, creating a momentary ripple of sound that harmonizes with the café's soft music. She watches how the lamplight plays on the street, turning the puddles into tiny mirrors. The night sky remains slightly veiled by clouds, yet occasionally the moon breaks through, scattering silver light over the rooftops. With each sip of tea, the figure feels the tension in her shoulders dissolve, replaced by a gentle softness in the muscles. The world seems to slow, each passing moment lengthening into a dreamy sigh of contentment. After finishing her tea, she quietly settles the bill and steps out once more into the hush of the evening. The rain has eased into a delicate mist, more like a gentle caress than a downpour. She resumes her slow walk along the cobblestones, noticing each detail with a curious calm. The curved archways, the centuries-old stone facades, and the shimmering reflections from windows, flickering with candlelight, all contribute to a sense of timelessness. She feels as though she is walking through a story, one that has been told countless times by every raindrop that has ever graced these streets. Yet it never grows old, never loses its subtle magic. The nearby clock tower strikes a soft chime that resonates through the misty air. It announces the late hour with a gentle insistence, reminding the city's dwellers that the night is fully arrived and that rest is soon at hand. The figure finds her thoughts drifting to the comfort of a cozy bed, layered with warm sheets and soft pillows. Yet she isn't quite ready to retire. Something about the night keeps calling her onward, guiding her through narrow alleys and past hidden courtyards. Each turn reveals another quaint corner of Vienna, a small rose garden dampened by the rain, a statue quietly keeping watch, an ancient fountain gently overflowing with water that trickles into a stone basin below. A cat appears from behind a wrought iron gate, its fur glistening with tiny droplets, as if it's been out on its own midnight adventure. It pauses for a moment, tilts its head, and offers a delicate meow before slipping silently away. The figure smiles at this brief encounter, feeling a kindred spirit in the cat's nocturnal wanderings. The hush of the streets and the shimmer of the wet stones create an atmosphere that is both peaceful and enchanting, as if any magic left in the world finds its best expression under a veil of rain and moonlight. In the distance, the tall spire of a grand cathedral rises into the sky, its silhouette partially cloaked by the drifting mist. The glow of the moon highlights ornate carvings and arches, giving the structure a gentle glow. She makes her way closer, stepping under arches that lead into a tranquil courtyard. There, the rain softly trickles off ancient roofs, collecting in small puddles that reflect the stone pillars and gently swaying lanterns. One might imagine the centuries these walls have witnessed, the whispered prayers, the footsteps of countless souls passing through, each leaving behind a piece of their story. And tonight, the rain carries echoes of all those memories, weaving them into the present moment like a lullaby for the old stones themselves. Crossing that courtyard, she finds a bench beneath an awning where she can sit and watch the raindrops fall. A soft breeze carries the scent of wet pavement and distant lilacs in bloom. She closes her eyes for a moment, letting the simple act of breathing invite calm into her thoughts. The hush of the city, the glow of the lamps, the glimmer of the wet stones, and the gentle sway of the trees. All of it weaves a tapestry of comfort around her. She lingers there, neither eager nor reluctant to move on, perfectly content in the stillness of this moonlit hour. Eventually, the chill of the night air nudges her to continue, reminding her of the warmth waiting just beyond the next street. She stands and walks back through the arch, returning to a boulevard lined with stately buildings. Their balconies are adorned with flower boxes, the petals nodding under the gentle weight of raindrops. The moon peers out again from behind a veil of clouds, illuminating the scene with a pale, luminescent glow. The city's hush deepens, and with it, a sense that this night holds an unspoken promise. Here in Vienna's rain-kissed streets, one can find solace and renewal, as if the city itself offers a gentle lullaby. Her steps lead her along the boulevard to a grand opera house, its facade lit by discreet spotlights that accentuate sculptures and decorative engravings. She imagines what it might feel like on a bustling evening, visitors in their finest attire ascending the stairs. But tonight, all is quiet. The wide marble steps glisten, reflecting the subdued light. There is no crowd to disturb the peace, only the silent rain tapping upon the steps. A single lamp over the entrance casts a soft halo on the pavement, like a tiny stage light for anyone who might pass by, drifting through their own personal performance of a midnight stroll. From this spot, she glances down another street and notices a welcoming glow in the windows of a small hotel. Its sign gently sways in the breeze, and she recognizes the building. It stands near the hidden courtyard she had explored earlier. A sense of warmth and invitation seems to emanate from within, the sort of place where one might find a comfortable bed layered with plush blankets, a window offering a gentle lullaby of raindrops, and perhaps even a view of the old cathedral spire if the clouds part for the moon. She feels suddenly that it would be lovely to settle into such a place for the night, to drift into sleep surrounded by Vienna's gentle hush, envisioning the comfort of a softly lit room, she steps forward with renewed intent. The rain remains her steady companion, a gentle patter reminding her that all is well. Each step feels dreamlike, as though the city's nighttime enchantment has loosened the typical boundaries of time and worry. At the front desk, a kind attendant greets her in a quiet tone, aware that the hour calls for hushed courtesy. The hallway leading to her room is lined with subtle, warm lights, guiding her in a comforting glow. She ascends a short flight of stairs, each step echoing slightly like a distant heartbeat in a peaceful night. Outside the nearby window, the patter continues. Each drop a soft reassurance that life can slow down, ease into stillness, and find rest. Inside the room, she finds everything she could hope for. A large plush bed dressed with crisp white sheets and a thick duvet, soft pillows arranged in an inviting tumble. A small lamp by the bedside casts a gentle glow, making the shadows in the corners dance softly. She sets her umbrella aside and slips out of her damp coat, feeling a wave of relief as the warmth of the room wraps around her. Drawing the heavy curtains partially, she leaves just enough space for the moonlight to filter through. The window glass bears trails of raindrops that glisten whenever another gentle breeze pushes them along. The air inside the room carries a faint hint of lavender, possibly from a small sachet tucked somewhere in the linens. She takes in a few slow breaths, allowing the soothing scent to ground her. Placing a hand on the windowsill, she peeks outside. The rooftops glisten with raindrops, and the tall cathedral spire stands watchful as ever. The reflection of the moon, when it emerges from behind the clouds, ripples across the raindrop-streaked glass. It's as if the night sky itself is offering a soft lullaby, reminding her that beyond these walls, an entire city nestles into quiet repose. She sits on the edge of the bed, still wearing a contented smile. Her eyes roam over the comforting details. A plush chair in the corner, a neatly folded blanket, and a small vase of lilies on the desk. She imagines the countless travelers who have found rest within these walls, each with a story, each carried away into dreams by a night as peaceful as this one. Now it's her turn to slip beneath the covers, to let her mind sink into the sweet oblivion of restful sleep. She changes into soft, warm pajamas and pulls back the duvet with a gentle sweep. The cotton sheets feel cool at first, then gradually welcoming as her body settles in. Lying back against the pillows, she notices the hush that envelops her. The city's soft sounds reach her only as a distant murmur. Light rainfall, a faint gust of wind, the muffled chime of a clock tower far away. She places a small reading lamp on its lowest setting, more for comfort than for illumination, and lets her gaze settle on the outlines of the room. The simple act of letting go begins to unfold, each muscle loosening, each thought dissipating. Her eyes drift shut, opening occasionally to catch the moon's glow or the silhouette of a passing cloud, until sleep becomes an almost inevitable conclusion. In time, her breathing settles into a slow, steady rhythm. The long journey through the rainy streets of Vienna has lulled her senses into tranquility, and now the bed's gentle embrace coaxes her further. Her final waking thoughts are of gratitude for the soft hush of the city, for the timeless architecture, for the quiet invitation of a hot cup of tea, for the gentle patter that carried her through the night. The story of the city, in all its centuries of music and art, feels present in her mind, a reassuring reminder of the beauty and calm that can be found in the world. Outside, the rain grows lighter, each drop finding its place on leaves, on stone, on window panes. The moon peeks out one final time, unveiling a silver path across the rooftops, then slips behind the clouds once more. In her dreams, perhaps, the rain continues, a soothing background melody, underscoring visions of candlelit cafés and softly glowing street lamps. Or maybe her dreams take her into the warm kitchens where bakers knead fresh dough and prepare pastries for tomorrow's early risers. Whatever the dream might be, it unfolds gently, seamlessly, carrying her along like a quiet stream under the night sky. Time slides by, unnoticed and unhurried. In this hush of deep sleep, Vienna's spirit watches over her, like a gentle guardian, ensuring that every breath fosters deeper rest. The centuries-old stone streets, the grand cathedrals, and the flickering lanterns all cradle the night in their patient embrace. The city has known countless twilights and countless dawns, and in the heart of this night, it bestows a small portion of its endless serenity on those who seek refuge in its comforting presence. Rain, moonlight, and the gentle hum of history converge to create an atmosphere that invites profound and peaceful slumber. Eventually, the night drifts onward toward dawn. The first whisper of a new day lies on the horizon, though still distant. The gentle hush remains, and in that hush, the sleeping figure's breath is all that stirs within the room. It's as though the entire world has paused for this sacred rest, this chance to heal and replenish. The duvet rises and falls with each breath, an unspoken cadence of renewal. And beyond the window, the city's quiet streets wait patiently for morning, content to let the hush linger just a while longer. All the while, raindrops continue to tap softly on the glass. Their cadence blends with the hush of the night, weaving a lullaby for any traveler who chooses to listen. In that lullaby, there is the gentle promise of dawn, the certainty of new beginnings, the warmth of memory yet to be made. Still, there is no rush. The soft hush remains, carrying the sleeper deeper, guiding her soul into the quiet corners of rest and gentle dreaming. Even the grand spire of the cathedral seems to bow to this tranquil moment, holding its watch in reverent silence. In the deepest corners of slumber, the city's images swirl and soothe. Perhaps she wanders again through hidden courtyards in her dreams, passing under archways, or perhaps she sips another cup of tea in the candlelit cafe. It matters not, for the dreamlike essence of Vienna's moonlit rain continues to cradle her mind. The outside world, with all its bustle and motion, recedes entirely. There is only this calm, a sense of being held gently in the arms of a place that cherishes stillness. Within that stillness, every concern has dissolved, leaving only a soft, glowing contentment. The hush of the room and the city beyond coalesce, forming a cocoon of comfort. Sleep deepens, time becomes fluid, and the separation between the dream world and the real world grows faint, if it even exists at all. The faint ticking of a clock in the hotel hallway might mark the passing minutes, but to the one who sleeps, minutes and hours cease to matter. There is only the enveloping grace of profound rest. And so she sleeps on, accompanied by the gentle hush of the rain, shielded by the quiet grace of a city that thrives in the lull of midnight's embrace. Far below on the street, the puddles are still and black under the waning moonlight. A late passerby or two might stroll by under a shared umbrella, their voices hushed in awe of the silence. Perhaps a distant carriage continues its leisurely pace through the avenues, its wheels gently stirring the water in shallow pools. But within that modest hotel, behind the window streaked with silver droplets, the occupant dreams, unmoved by any stirrings. The night draws its quilt over the city, and all that remains is the deep, restful breath of one who has found peace. Drifting in this quiet dreamscape, she feels as though she has lived in Vienna for a lifetime. Memories of this single night blend seamlessly with imagined recollections of past seasons. Spring blossoms in the palace gardens, autumn leaves drifting in the wind along the Danube, soft snow dusting the statues in winter. Each season holds a calm, reflective beauty, just as tonight does. The continuity of these visions bestows a serene confidence that all is well, that the patterns of rain and moonlight will continue weaving comfort for those who wander under them. Lost in these reflections, the sleeper stays afloat in the silent realm, unhurried, content. Outside, dawn grows nearer, but the thickness of the clouds and the gentle remnants of rain keep the sky softly veiled. City lights slowly give way, one lamp after another turning off, as if even they are slipping into rest. One or two apartment windows begin to glow, heralding the early risers. Yet, for the one who rests in the plush bed, none of this intrudes. The hush remains total, the body still, the mind far away in a peaceful reverie. The city's quiet watchers, its clocks, towers, and statues, continue their gentle vigil, waiting for the sunlight to bring the world to life once again. In that perfect stillness, the final hours of night draw to a close with tenderness. The faint echo of footsteps on the cobblestones, the muted trill of a distant bird, the whisper of the wind along a hallway. Each sound merges into the hush without disturbance, And in that hush, the traveler's breath deepens in slumber, each rise and fall creating a gentle wave of relaxation that radiates outward, settling in layers of calm that envelop body and soul. As the mind floats in this sanctuary, all cares dissolve like mist, and everything for a time is simply and profoundly at peace. Soon, the glow of the upcoming morning will begin to outline the rooftops and spires in shades of pearly gray. But for now, the hush reigns. The story of the city's nightly rain has woven itself into a tapestry of rest. The raindrops may subside, or they may linger in a soft drizzle, blessing the new day with fresh promise. The streets will once again bustle with life as workers prepare pastries, open shops, and greet each other in the early hours. But none of that touches the deep well of sleep that the traveler has found. She remains cradled in the arms of Vienna's gentle, moonlit memory. All at once, or perhaps gradually, awareness returns in the gentlest form, like a feather settling on a still pond. The sleeper senses the quiet moment before dawn, the warmth of the blankets, the softness of the pillow, the gentle hush that still permeates the air. She remains somewhere between dreaming and waking, savoring the calm, the cozy assurance that all is well. The city stirs in subtle ways, but the mood remains one of infinite tranquility. For a moment longer, she lingers in the dreamy space, as if reluctant to let go of the beautiful hush that the moonlit, rainy night bestowed. Yet even as a new day beckons, the calm essence of this night will never truly leave. Its memory, like the soft patter of rain on old stone, is etched into her mind. Whenever she closes her eyes in the future, she can recall the sensation of walking through glistening streets, sipping tea by candlelight, and finding solace in the hush of ancient walls. That calm is hers to keep, a refuge she can return to in thought whenever life feels rushed. And so, as her breathing gently changes to greet the morning light, she holds on to the knowledge that the heart of Vienna's rain-soaked night is always there, a quiet story of warmth, coziness, and timeless peace. In the final moments before full wakefulness, her dreams recede like a tide, leaving soft impressions that linger. She feels the duvet's comforting weight, hears the last few taps of raindrops on the window, and notices the hush of the pre-dawn glow. This is the gentle threshold between night and morning, and she rests there, feeling safe, nurtured, and renewed. The story of her stroll through the streets of Vienna has become woven into her own breath, a lullaby she can carry with her. Even once she opens her eyes, the calm of that moonlit, rainy night will remain like a pleasant echo in her mind, guiding her to face the day with softness and grace. Now the hush beckons you in your own space. Let your eyelids grow heavier, your breathing slow and deep. Imagine yourself beneath those warm covers, a soft pillow beneath your head, rain tapping gently on a window beyond. Let each breath be an invitation to drift deeper, gently deeper, into restorative rest. Your thoughts can float away on the memory of soft lit streets and rainy moonlight. There is no need to hold on to the day's concerns now. Each exhale is a quiet release, offering you a step closer to the profound stillness that awaits. Feel your body loosen, the last traces of tension melting like distant echoes. Let the hush envelop you completely. Let your mind be cradled by the soft recollection of candlelit windows, the lull of gentle music floating through the mist, and the protective presence of ancient stones and quiet courtyards. Sense how comforting it is to be held in this place of calm, how natural it is to sink into the peaceful expanse of deep rest. Let the story guide you, offering a path toward the dream world, where you too can wander those quiet streets and listen to the rain's serenade. It is time now to let go. Time to slip into the softness of your own dreams, guided by the cozy memory of Vienna under rain and moonlight. No more worries, no more thinking, just the gentle embrace of rest. May the hush wrap you in a cocoon of serenity, and may your dreams be sweet and comforting. Good night, dear traveler. Sleep well.